So former surgeon, U.S. Surgeon General Everett Koop, I remember him. He was the guy that, on the sides of the cigarettes, it says, if you smoke this, you're going to die. And he was very unpopular because people did not want to see that. The cigarette manufacturers especially didn't want you to know that you could get cancer and die or get emphysema and things like that. But he said, I'm just telling people the facts, I'm a medical doctor. I'm the top doctor in America. He was the former U.S. Surgeon General. He said, young people must be told the truth. How many of you like to be lied to? How many of you like to be told the truth? Hopefully all your hands go up. The best way to avoid AIDS and other STDs, I don't want Plan B or Plan C. I want the best. Don't you want the best? You want the best. Is to refrain, do not have sexual activity. Again, this is a doctor, top doctor in America, until as an adult, they're ready to establish a mutually faithful, I'm only having sexual relationships with my husband's only having sexual relationships with me, that's called monogamy, to establish a mutually faithful, monogamous relationship. We used to call that marriage. And it's funny, even with the CDC with STDs, even on the CDC, all they do is talk, Center for Disease Control, they talk about condoms, but even they say the number one way to prevent getting it is through abstaining from sex. So it's just funny. So he was tired of people being lied to, and he says they must be told the truth. So he definitely was not a popular guy, but he has a good conscience. I love this. 2/3 reduction of HIV infections in Uganda by using the capital A, capital B, small c system. Where is Uganda? In the heart of the motherland, in the heart of Africa. They had a horrible, horrible epidemic of HIV and AIDS. They had so many people die. There was more funerals than weddings. And I met the president's wife of Uganda in Washington, D.C. at an HIV and AIDS conference. And she said, we just tell people straight up. We say, number one is abstain from sex until marriage. Then capital B was be faithful to the person you're married to. And then she said, if you're a pimp or a prostitute and you can't, you have to be faithful still to one person for a lifetime. Then C, small c. What was the small c? Condoms. She says, if you cannot do A or B, it's impossible for you. Something's wrong with you. Don't even think of having sex without a condom. And they had billboards, she's saying how happy she is, she's still a virgin and everything. And everybody laughed at them. Silly little Africans, what are you doing? Well, she says, we laughed all the way to the bank because we got the results. Uganda's HIV infections fell from 15% in 1991, one of the most highly infected countries in the world, fell from 15% in 1991 down to 5% new infections in 2001. Is that a big reduction or a small reduction? That is a huge reduction. That's a huge reduction. Youth, ages 13 to 16, which is many of you in this room, 60% had ever had sex in 1994. In other words, 60% of the 13 to 16-year-olds were sexually active. Is that young or old? 13 to 16, very young. But in 2001, less than 5%, more and more teenagers, because now they're getting a fact-based message, said, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to put my future at risk. I'm not going to put my children's future at risk, and I'm not going to put my happiness at risk. This is fascinating to me. Botswana is right next to Uganda, also, incredible, and Uganda. Now, the infection rates of these two countries, age 15 to 49, that's a big group, right? So the red bar graph is Botswana, Uganda's here. So look here in 1990, Botswana, very low rate, like maybe 2.5%, maybe 3% infection rate in 1990. Uganda was huge, 15% new infections each year. That's huge. That's huge.
National 50% of the adult population had the HIV infection.
50% of the adult population had HIV. That's incredible. So now look at 2006. Uganda had implemented their ABC method. Botswana was getting a lot of free condoms. And I know the World Health Organization was really trying to put the pressure on Uganda to go, why use a condom if ABC is working? It was the only thing that was really working in the world. And then Botswana continued to do the condom distribution, free condoms, whoever wanted them. Did Botswana rate of HIV for this age group go up or down? Up, way up. It went, in 16 years, it went from 3% infection rate to like 22% infection rate. And look at Uganda. Uganda with the capital A, capital B, small c, did their infection rate go up or down? Went down. I think we can see the rate, you know? And again, 2015, it's maintained it basically. It's just, it's almost criminal. It's almost criminal, you know, too. And plus, you know, eventually you have to pay for condoms, you know. With abstinence, how much do you pay? Nothing. We call it sexual risk avoidance. How much chance can you get HIV if you're not having sex? You're avoiding it 100%, right? So it's just very, let's give a big hand to Uganda. Woo! Uganda. And this woman was so proud. Gosh, she was so beautiful, the president's wife. So now what we're going to do is how to say no and still be cool. How to say no to sexual advances, doing drugs, things like that. How to say no and still be cool. So I know a lot of you are too quiet. I need you to read out loud, do a big shout out. Now, I'm going to do the hit line, try to convince you to have sex or drugs. And then ladies, when I show the bubble with the answer, maybe I'll show them so you can see ahead of time. So you can study that, okay? So ladies, I'm going to say the hit line, I love you, don't you love me? You're going to answer, if you love me, you'd respect me. I don't need to prove my love. Do you need to prove you love somebody? Prove you love me, give me a car. So, okay, ladies, you're, you know, alone, taking a romantic walk in the park. The person you're with embraces you, deep open mouth kissing with the exchange of saliva. And then they try to put the moves on you, touch you. And you say no, but then that person says, but I love you, yo quiero mucho, don't you love me? Ladies, what could you say? This does not sound like no, this sounds like maybe try a little harder. Now, men are not the problem, okay? We're the problem. Men like direct talk, right?
Yep. Yes.
Direct talk in their face. If you say no to somebody who's trying to put the moves on you, I mean, you're not even engaged, right? Do you think they like you more or less when you say no? Less, okay. Men? You're with somebody you really like a lot, and you try to put the moves on them, and they go, heck no. Do you like them more or less?
More.
More. Yeah, you respect them more.
Oh, yeah.
You see, it's a communication problem. He respects her more. Okay.
I would be frustrated, but I would respect her.
Yeah, and especially when he thought about it later, it says, oh, if I know this person really likes me a lot, and they're still saying no to me, this is probably marriage material. Then I know when we're married, we're together, nobody's going to be able to mess with them, right? So even in the hood, 100% of the time, the guys tell me, I may not like it, but I like her more. That's the hood, okay? They always want to front and act like they're all machismo and all this stuff, but they say no, because they know how the guys talk about the ones that are giving it out. Because believe me, everybody knows then. Everybody knows you have a ruined reputation. It's not fair. Pound me too. But anyway, you know, it's one of those things. So ladies, you can't say, if you're afraid of losing this person who wants to violate your body, have you lost anything of value? No. If they leave you, you lost a piece of garbage. That means they're not really a good person. So then you want to do something to make them happy. You're caught in this situation, and you don't really get what you want. And you wouldn't know this because your heart and your emotions are telling you something else. We're just really wired differently. So now, how about you're walking in the mall with your girlfriend, right? And then her brother has a crush on you. No, let's do this. She wants to get you to go to a party, right? And they're going to be drinking, smoking up and stuff. And you already know. And so, oh, you want to do this one? Okay. So now you're in an intimate situation in the backseat of the car, and you're watching the movie, and all of a sudden things are happening. And then he wants to mess around, and then you don't, for obvious reasons. But then he says, but I can't stop. And you really do like this person a lot. Maybe you're a couple. He says, I can't stop. You can say, I don't think you'll be so aroused if I get pregnant and you have to support a baby in high school. So he says, I can't stop. Ladies, what could you say? I don't think you'll be so aroused. Turned on. If I get pregnant and you have to support a baby in high school. Believe me, that will kill the mood immediately. I promise. It will kill, the guys are saying, that's right. It's going to kill the mood immediately. So now, okay, you're walking in the mall, you know, and your girlfriend, she says, you know, we're going to go to a party over at Jamal's house. It's going to be so much fun and everything. And then you say, no, I don't think so. And then your friend, she's your best friend. She says, come on, everybody's doing it. What could you say, ladies? Whoa, very good. Not with me. I'm not everybody. No, you're somebody special. You're somebody special. See, the men are already, they got this. How about, this is a lovely line. Come on, you can trust me. I won't tell anybody. Then tomorrow on TikTok, oh my gosh, what happened? You can say, I do trust you. Stop pressuring me. Okay, so the person says, come on, you can trust me. I'm not going to tell anybody. I'll love you even more. What could you say, ladies? This one here. Can we try this a little harder? Say, I do trust you to stop pressuring me. You got to be a little. In the hood we call it.
All right, so you give her the microphone. Let's hear some.
Yeah.
Well, we will. But still, they have to be a little sort of suave. That means shorty with attitude. That's suave. Shorty with attitude. Okay?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So they says, you can trust me.
I do trust you to stop pursuing me. Pressuring me.
Very good. Give her a big hand for bravery. Excellent, excellent. So now, guys, men, you got to step to the plate. We got to show the ladies how this is done. So now, you're with this person. You kind of like them. You know, you think you're just friends, and then she tries to put the moves on you, and you're going, what's up with this, you know? And then you back off, and then she says, what's wrong with you? What could you say?
Nothing wrong with me. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, what's wrong with you? Why do you have to explain why you're making healthy choices? Why do you have to explain? You shouldn't have to explain why you care about your future, right? Okay, so then this other guy, he looks at porn all the time and everything. He says, dang, you're 16 years old. You're still a virgin. What's wrong with you? I hear another reader. What's wrong with, it says, you don't know what you're missing. You don't know what you're missing. I'm all that. What could you say?
Yes, I do. I'm missing AIDS, STDs, pregnancy, a ruined future, and baby mama drama.
Woo! You sound convincing to me. Okay. Thank you for changing that, Dr. Panza. That's great. So So I need another guy. Yeah, this is great. So you gotta go. Okay, so you're, your best friend and now you're seniors in high school and everything, and he knows you're still a virgin, he's trying to mess with you. So he says, aren't you a man?
Man, 6 does not prove my manhood. Get out of my face.
Whoa, gangsta! Woo, give him a great big hand. Woo! What a man would have, if my daughters were just a little bit younger, sir, I would be talking to your parents. Anyway, oh boy. Ladies, how do you feel about that? You see somebody standing up like that for themselves. Is that good husband material or no? It's great. Wonderful. So we want to talk about goal setting, when we're, like this poor young man looks like he's just aimlessly walking along the track without any goals, But it's like, where are we going? Are we just going, I got to go to school. I got to do this. I got to go to this workshop. I'm so tired. But what are our goals, What are some goals that you would like to accomplish in life? What's a goal you would like to accomplish in life? How about you? You have a goal? Something you want to accomplish in life? Do you want to go to college? No? Good for you. What would you like to do? Have a family. That's an incredible goal. Wonderful goal. What would you like to do someday, sir?
I just want to be an actor.
Actor! I'll give you good reviews, Yeah, go on Yelp. I'll give you good reviews. Yeah. So we have goals, but also, we think family, job, career, education, all those things. But what kind of person do you want to be? Think about people that you really admire. If you ever could Google Denzel Washington, he's an actor, and he gives amazing commencement addresses at universities and colleges where they're having graduation ceremonies. He really talks about life in a real sense, like things that will really bring value into your life. So think about what kind of person do you want to be? What kind of family do you want to have? What kind of job or career? So we have this, I don't have a copy of it, that sheet of paper. Great. Yeah, so just take one and pass it down. These are really great. These are really great. Great preparation. Because when you do things, do it for you. Like I hope every one of you that's here at this workshop, that you're doing this for you. You may not have felt like it when you walked in the door, but really this can help you. I wish I had heard this when I was younger, because, I had to find out a lot of things the hard way. But even in my adult life, this program has been of tremendous help to me. It's really helped me. So this sheet, so this is the power of goal setting. Goal setting is plus, when you make a goal, like just a goal for this week, and you accomplish it, how do you feel? You feel amazing. I did this. I went beyond what I thought I was capable of. So research shows that people who are clear about their life goals tend to be more successful and happy than those who are unclear or vague. How many of you want to be successful and happy in life? Okay, at least half of you. That's great. How many of you want to be losers? Okay, no hands went up. That's great. Imagine if you were guaranteed that you could achieve 5 different goals in life, but only those 5 goals. So I'm waving my magic wand. You will accomplish these 5 goals, but with magic, there's always a glitch. These are the only things you'll ever accomplish, so think about it carefully. What would they be? Write them down in the left-hand column, future life goals, right here, right? And then, if you're not real sure, what are 5 things you would like to do? Like my actor friend, maybe you want to be specific. I want to be Broadway, I want to be movies, whatever, So then you write down these goals. Then in the right-hand column, steps, write down 1 step you need to do to realistically accomplish, like you'd want to go to acting school. These goals. Like my daughter, she was in daycare. She'd show me something she drew. Oh, Mommy, look. Then she'd draw something more. See, Mommy? And I'm going, oh, wonderful, dear. you know. Then she went to college, and she took graphic design. She's amazing. All of our brochures you see, my daughter made all those. It's just amazing, and she is in such demand from the adult world now. She really found her niche. So answer these 3 questions. When you're talking about your goals, I want you to think about those 3 questions. What kind of person do you want to be? What kind of family do you want to have? And what kind of job or career would you like? Because it's not only just your job and career that brings real happiness. You know, you want to share, you know, your life with somebody. So go ahead and write down your goals and then a step to accomplish. Because when I've spoken to adults, they always had like kind of goals, but they never really thought how to actually get them done.
To become a neurosurgeon.
A neurosurgeon. What's one step to do that?
Right now, just study hard in high school.
You know, this is very smart. There's a phrase called be here now. Like, yeah, you have to go to college and stuff, but many things you take in college you would have already taken in high school. And if you prepare correctly, excellent, neurosurgeon, excellent. Yep, that's great.
Does she have other goals?
What's another goal, like an internal goal?
Raise a good family.
Raise a good family, and what would be a step to accomplish that?
Build a relationship with God first.
Excellent, excellent. And parents, you know, it's a nice tripod. Very good, excellent. What's one of your goals?
Be rich.
Be rich. There's nothing wrong with money. You know, you can do a lot of things with money. What's at least one step?
Start a business.
Start a business. You know the best way to start a business? Find what you would like to do and work for somebody else. Work for somebody else. Excellent. You see, for so many years, people that thought money would really make them happy, and they really have everything. Even they have a beautiful spouse, but then they cheat, you know, and their dreams. You look at our celebrities, they're really not so happy. You know, they have multi-million-dollar mansions, but not happiness. Yes, sir?
How many of them commit suicide or die before their time?
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Or just become addicted. Look at Miley Cyrus. Look at all of them. You know, it's a shame, and many of them were good kids, you know, but then they get with the wrong crowds, and their value becomes how my clothing, my car, my money, and then when that's taken away, you know, it's just something to be aware of. So now in your workbook, you have a little workbook in there. It's called the LoveSmart's workbook. I think it looks like this here. Take this one here. This almost becomes like a journal. You know, it's not like just a workbook that you do in school. It's really almost like a journal of your life. So now you look at your goals, your precious life goals. Don't you want to protect them? Yeah. So activity 3, down here, it says guarding your future. So copy the 5 possible future life goals that you wrote down in activity 2. So the goals you wrote down, you know, internal and external, it says future life goals. You'll write it down here in the book. Then next to that goal, what would happen if you became a teen parent? How would that affect your goal? Like, because I've worked in the inner city a lot, like, say you had a lot of money, you know, and then you became a teen parent, you have a child. Later in life, you might meet the person of your dreams, but they don't want to marry you because they don't want a ready-made family. You know, it's kind of a sad situation I find that a lot of women find themselves in. So just think about your goals, you know, write them down here, and then next to each one, what if you became a teen parent, or let's say even if you got an incurable STD, one of the other, you know, of the two. If you became a teen parent or if you got an STD. Because I know I had little girls tell me, 12 years old, oh, Miss Linda, I can get WIC, I can get SNAP, I can get so much money per month and stuff like this. And I would say, does your mother know about these goals? They said, no, she'll kill me. You know, and they say in high school, they'll babysit your baby, you know, I'll be rich, you know, but So then we do a baby budget, how much it costs to actually raise a child. So go ahead and do activity 3 in the book on your own. Each parent, how would that affect your goals? Yes, one of my righteous volunteers. Oh, okay. How about you? You want to become a neurosurgeon? So if you became a teen parent, how would that impact?
I don't think it would be possible because I wouldn't be able to afford medical school and I would be extremely busy all the time.
Realistically speaking, parents are busy, right? How about your second goal? What was that?
Find a good husband. If I became a teen parent, I think that'd be a good start to raising a family instead of looking at my other goals.
So do you think if you became a teen parent, do you think that the father of that child would marry you?
I would hope so, but I'm not sure. It depends on the person.
Highly unlikely. Highly unlikely. You know, so it's just something to be aware of. You know, it's sad. It's not to be mean to anybody, you know, but that's why I find a lot of single mothers are still single mothers in their 30s and 40s because they have boyfriends, but hard to find a husband. What about third goal? What would be a third goal?
Well, I was just looking back to graduating with a scholarship, but that also wouldn't be possible because I would be busy.
Yeah, it's very mature of you to realize how busy you would be, you know, because we like to think in the idealistic way, right? Can you tell me one of your goals?
Be able to witness to my future family, but if I became a teen parent, I wouldn't have the successfulness to like model for my kids.
Excellent. That's really something to, even with my own children, I was able to model what I would like them to be like, you know. So if I had gone the way I was going, it wouldn't have turned out so nice. If you became a teen parent, though, how do you think that would impact that?
I mean, I already have like a kid when I'm a teenager, so maybe it could work still.
Might be able to work, but it's something to think about. There's sometimes this conflict when you have and would the baby's mother allow you to be in their life? Maybe that wouldn't be possible. So and then when you have children by the wife and children by a girlfriend, it's hard to mix those families and stuff, you know. So you would want it to, but usually it doesn't work out so well. Plus you have to pay all the child support.